Welcome back to another food review on the channel. Today we've got the Asda Essentials cheese and tomato pasta. Now if you're new to this channel, I've been getting through and reviewing a lot of the Asda Essential ready meals. So if you enjoy videos like this, then towards the end of the video, I'll leave a playlist that looks like this. You can go ahead and watch the rest of the Asda Just Essentials food reviews. And so in today's video, we'll get the pasta out of the box. We'll take an in-depth look at it before we go ahead and cook it. Once it's cooked, we'll take another look, and then towards the end of the video, we'll do our normal taste test. And if you enjoy videos like this, then consider subscribing to the channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me which food should I review next. And so here we go then, the Asda Just Essentials cheese and tomato pasta. On the right hand side of the screen, you can see our serving suggestion. So that's what the pasta is hopefully going to look like. Now of course the meal itself is 400 grams and there is the traffic light system. So pause the video if you want to take a more in-depth look at that. And of course you can see there, it's suitable for vegetarians. So we'll quickly flip the box over and we'll take a look at some of the information. Let's go to the cooking instructions firstly. So for best results, cook from frozen. Now this is from frozen. Moving over to the ingredients then, what stands out? We've got both wheat and milk. And we can look there, cooked pasta 34%. Tomatoes 27%, mozzarella cheese 3%. And again, there's some more nutritional information. So again, pause the video if you want to take a more in-depth look at that. We will now move over to the cooking instructions. Now, I won't be cooking this meal via oven. I'm going to be doing it via the microwave. And so the cooking instructions for the microwave: place onto a microwavable plate and cook on full power for 5 minutes. Peel back the film lid, stir well and then recover. Cook on full power for a further 3 minutes and then stir before serving after letting it stand for just a minute. So there's the instructions. Let's go ahead and get the pasta then out of the box. And so straight out of the box here, if I can do it one-handed because I'm holding the camera, we've got our pasta. Now, what do we think on first seeing this ready meal? You can of course see the pasta shells, tomato sauce. There doesn't look to be a lot of tomato sauce there, but you can see of course your long grated cheese, because of course it is the cheese and tomato pasta dish. Now, size-wise, I'm gonna get a mug and I'll show you exactly how big of a meal this is. So of course I want to just give you a bit of an insight on how big this container, this meal is. Here's a normal mug and you can see there, it's slightly bigger than a normal mug. So I would say this is a meal for one. Before I go ahead and pierce the film, I'm gonna quickly peel it back and we'll take a look, a more in-depth look at the meal frozen and its quality. So again, that's without the film. You've got your pasta shells there. Again, your tomato sauce, not much of it. And again, your grated cheese. Now, personally, I like a lot more grated cheese than that. But for the purpose of the video, I won't be adding any extra ingredients to this meal because I want it to be a fair and consistent review of the tomato and cheese pasta from Asda Just Essentials. And so the film is being pierced. Let's go ahead and get this in the microwave then, as per the cooking instructions, for the first 5 minutes. So 5 minutes has passed and we've got to give this a stir. I'll reveal it just now. Again, remember this is just half cooked. We've got to cook it for another 3 minutes and let it stand for an extra minute. But I've got to give it a stir, so I'll try and do that again, one-handed. Yeah, it's still frozen there in the middle, as you can see. The tomato, from first sight, let's talk about it quickly whilst I'm stirring it. It doesn't look like a rich tomatoey sauce, does it? You can see onion in there. The cheese melted, there's not a lot of it, but let's not shoot it down. Let's cook it then for the further 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and see what we've got. Maybe it'll completely change when we get to the taste test, and we'll really see if it tastes better than it looks. And so after 8 minutes in the microwave, we've got ourselves the Asda Just Essentials cheese and tomato pasta. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of this ready meal now that it's cooked? Of course, we're going to get into a taste test in just a second, but I need to plate it up. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So there you go, we've got our clean dish, and we'll pour in the pasta from the container. I'm getting a bit steamy there, so I'll have to back off just a second. If it'll come out, there we go. There we go, we've emptied it in. And there we have it. You can see the onions, or is that the tomato on top? I thought they were onions before. They might actually be tomatoes. But there we have it. The cheese and tomato. £1. I know I've not yet said it in this video, but £1 for a meal. Absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead then and get straight into the taste test. And so here we go then. We're straight into our taste test. I'm giving you the close-up there, as I always do, of what we are going to be eating and reviewing in today's video. You can probably see there, you can see a lot of tomato juice. Very watery now, actually, that I'm seeing it in the bowl. It's actually quite watery. I still haven't figured out if they are tomatoes or onions or a mixture of both. They do actually look more like tomatoes on first sight, which is good because it shows its natural ingredients. With a tomato pasta, a tomato-based sauce, you would expect real tomatoes to be used, and it looks exactly like it is in this meal. So let's get straight into it then. It is piping up, so I want to be careful. I'll give you a close-up before we go ahead and eat it again. There's the pasta, it's steaming, it looks absolutely piping hot. But that's not going to stop us. Let's get straight into the taste test. Wow, on first taste, the sweetness of the tomato really coming through in the sauce. I'm actually quite shocked because that doesn't taste like how it smells. Have you ever cooked something, especially in the microwave, and it has a total different smell than it tastes? It smells horrendous, but it tastes quite nice. That's exactly what this is. When I was cooking it in the microwave, you got that plasticky scent coming from the packaging. And again, because it's a frozen meal, it just conjures up that smell. But the taste actually, it's not watery, it's very sweet and well seasoned. So we'll go in again for another taste. I've got about 4 pieces of pasta there. The cheese, I've got to be honest, the cheese is lacking. Now, if I wasn't doing this review and I purchased this meal, I would grate so much cheddar cheese on this meal. You could even put it in the oven and make like a pasta bake. But again, for the purpose of the video, purpose of the review, I want it to be fair and consistent. I didn't want to add any extra ingredients to it. But again, if you're not doing a review like me and you purchase this meal for £1, add some cheddar cheese to it. You could even add some meat, pepperoni, ham, whatever you want, chicken, and it would be absolutely delicious. Look, that was a short one. A really tasty meal for £1. Asda Just Essentials coming through once again. Because again, on this channel, I've reviewed quite a lot of the ready meals and they're very, very good. This one, out of all of the ones reviewed, I'm going to go out there and say it's the best one so far. Although I do still have the chicken curry to review. So if you're excited and you want to know what that one tastes like, again, subscribe to the channel. But overall rating then, the rating for taste, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was really, really good. I did want more cheese, but again, it comes how it comes. It's just £1. What do you expect for £1? A tasty meal, and that's what I got. The overall rate I'm going to give this meal is a 8 out of 10. You've got to take into account the price that's £1. There's not many things you can get in life right now, especially food or a meal for one, that costs less or £1. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. And so if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me, which food should I review next?